Hey everyone, we are now 33 weeks. So last time we talked, we had a bit of a rundown about the coronavirus update, which it keeps developing. And we also talked about Indy, so that was disappointing, but at the same time, now that we have all the information that we need, we've been able to spend a bit of time with her, exercising her and doing all the stuff that we weren't really too keen on doing because of the first initial arthritis diagnosis. We didn't want to make her sore. But so we've taken her down to the beach a couple of times with Ronnie, the little puppy, and that's been cool for him to see her just run straight into to the water. So he ran straight in too, sorry. So good lessons for both of them. So I had said at the end of the last video that there had been a few other things that had gone on. Obviously, the video I did last time was quite late, so I didn't want to fill you guys in on that just yet, because it kind of was concluded on today's one. So we saw the midwife on the Monday that we got back from being away, and she did the first check to see where baby was at, how she was positioned and that sort of thing. So her growth-wise, everything was perfect. She's still bang on going in that increase in like the middle of the range. Weight-wise, I am still putting on weight. It's just, it's gotten more the last couple of weeks, I suppose, but definitely still just belly, and we're keeping up walks every day too, so that is definitely helping. What was I going to say? Midwife appointment, yeah. So she did that, did blood pressure, did the urine, everything's perfect. Only thing that she did notice was that baby is laying in a breech position at the moment, or she thinks. She wasn't 100% sure, but she kind of thought so. That for us was very disappointing. I suppose that especially because we have a bit of added pressure there that we want to have a natural home birth. Everything's been going so good through the pregnancy so far that we didn't expect. Yeah, I say we didn't expect that, although when we went to Thailand, I could feel her kicking up on that right-hand side of my ribs, which was a perfect spot for her to be in, because she would have ribs, and then her feet, bottom, and then her head would have been at the bottom, which is exactly, that's the perfect birth situation. So that was good. Hopped on the plane. Part of me was a little bit, not concerned, but kind of. We were going to be coming back from Thailand very close to the limit of like how far along you can be when you're pregnant, and I was conscious of that, and didn't want to have her in Thailand or on the plane because it's a 12-hour flight. All those sorts of things were playing in my mind, although I wasn't really sharing that with Brendan because we talked about it, but I wanted to kind of talk about it once we got back and we were out of that situation and we knew everything was okay. So some of you may not believe it, but I have to be honest with my opinion and how I believe the body and the mind and all that sort of stuff works. And on the plane, on the way over, I could feel her moving and not kicking in the same spot that she usually was. Her feet felt like they were kicking further down, like way lower down. So I believe that's when she decided that she needed to move. Obviously, her moving and being in the position that she is at the moment means that she's not in the ideal place for being born, and I think inside I was telling myself, and even kind of telling her too, when no one else was around, that she can't be born here, that she's safe and she's fine, but that she needs to just hold on a little bit longer for us. I wouldn't have been too concerned, I suppose, if we had gone into labour. It would have been okay, but I think that was giving me a little bit of anxiety, and I think she may have felt that, and then she ended up moving. So when we saw the midwife, she confirmed that it does seem that she is in that position. I had already had an appointment booked with Nick for acupuncture, and she works out of Tay Space as well. I had been seeing the osteo before we went, and Chloe, the osteo, at Tahi Space as well. So I pulled my appointment forward with Nick, the acupuncturist, a little bit by like half a week or something, so that I could really try and get on top of that as soon as possible. I had heard a lot of positive feedback about her being really helpful for flipping breech babies. Obviously, I didn't think that was going to be something we'd have to even think about, but we do. So saw her, and She did a heap of like energy work and stuff like that as well. She said that my energy and chi is quite low, and that I run off adrenals, which, if you know me, may make sense. But yes, I'm really trying to work on that and being a little bit calmer, and giving us the opportunity for the birth that we want, because that's what this is all about. But yeah, so when we saw her, she did the acupuncture. She also did some cupping on my bum to try and help increase like energy and blood flow around the uterus too. And then she did what's called Moxa treatment. So basically the idea of the Moxa, that's what she uses to try and help flip the babies. I think it's got like a 70 or 80% success rate, and because we're so we're so far from birth as well, we've got a lot more time than some people do. We have got quite high chances of it flipping as well. But yeah, so we did that treatment, could feel her moving around when we were doing that. And then Nick also gave me some sticks to take away of the Moxa, which we have been doing every night and will do for the next 10 nights. At 15 minutes on each toe, so it's on each little toe, so 30 minutes in total. The interesting part about it was it's not something that I can just do myself, because ideally you want to be sitting upright, you want to be nice and open so that there's lots of room for baby to move and flip if that's what she's going to do. So that's meant that Brendan and I are both doing it, so yeah, full credit to him for obviously putting the time into, because obviously us women are nuts about, well, some of us aren't. I have been quite nuts about trying to make sure that she's in a good position, that we're all prepared, that we've got everything we need, and all that sort of stuff. And I've been lucky that he has shared the same enthusiasm, maybe not as much, a little bit, but a lot. Heaps, and he's given me so much support, which has been night and day for me, especially because it's probably the one thing I talk about the most. But yeah, so him and I are team working that and trying to flip her over, and we'll just keep chipping away at it. But yeah, so I'll update you guys on that next time we catch up, because we will then be finished the treatment. But yeah, so the osteo went good. A lot of things had gone back into like the place they were before, because I've had these issues for quite a long time. But she really helped to loosen things up, and it was really positive. Yeah, that's kind of it at the moment. In terms of like how I've been feeling, obviously other than the baby being in breech, everything's been really good. Like I still have had no issues with heartburn or reflux or indigestion or gas or any of that sort of stuff. I'm still exercising every couple of days. Yeah, everything's been pretty good. Yeah, sleep has been alright. I'm starting to get a few issues with that, but mostly because I'm feeling her move so much. Like she's moving around heaps, and it's strong, even though it's not like kicks like it was before, because she's getting a bit less room. It's like blah, 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 all the time, which is quite strong to be feeling when you're trying to sleep. But yeah, so definitely no complaints here still, and really looking forward to meeting her every week as we get closer to. So yeah, okay, so I'll leave it there for today, and we'll see you guys next week.